today's anime Vanguards video, I'll be showing you the fast ways to get rerolls, gems, and the new summer currency. Now, a lot of new people have started AV, but I've actually returned to AV because look, I mean, the new event is pretty good in my opinion, and it's definitely good for new players, which means a lot more people are playing AV. And if you're wondering, Rexon, you didn't upload yesterday, and in return for that, I know it's another guide. I'm going to upload 3 videos today. Obviously, if I miss for a daily upload, and for me, I'm uploading a grinding video, a tier list, and this guide video, so stay tuned. So, subscribe to the channel because not only my channel do daily uploads, I'm also trying to hit 100,000 subscribers, so please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. And while you're going down there, subscribe, like the video if you found it useful, and if you've got any video ideas or anything you want to see in the future, go comment it down below. Cop to UGC now, I'd get unique as you can see. HDX soon, I'm hyped for that also. Stop yapping, let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to go over is rerolls. A lot of new people obviously want rerolls. Who doesn't want rerolls? So we're going to go over the ways to get rerolls, and there's no certain way to macro rerolls or AFK farm it, but there are a lot of ways to farm rerolls because look, it's a modern day TDs. We're not in the AA era where we make rerolls very scarce, if that makes sense, whether you like it or not. Okay, so the first thing is Battle Pass gives a decent amount of rerolls. I need to do my Battle Pass, so we'll get that one out of the way because technically you have to spend Robux to get the good amounts from Battle Pass. But just wanted to point out, if you want rerolls, cop the Battle Pass. Is definitely worth it in terms of rerolls. You know, they gives you other currencies like stat chips and whatever, but realistically, if you want to buy it, you buy it for the rerolls. I mean, 2 of the units are pretty decent, but they're not too crazy. They're just good supports. So yeah, that's one thing. Next thing is challenges. Challenges are very, very OP. I've not been playing AV until this update, so I haven't been doing my challenges, but do them. This weekly challenge, you can do every single week. You get 20 rerolls. You can do this every single day, you get 3 rerolls, and you can do this every half an hour, you get 1 reroll. And if it's a weekend, which it is, then this will give 2 rerolls, this will give 6, and this will always give 20. But on weekends, daily and regular is buffed by 2 times. So yeah, keep that in mind, and then you'll get a bunch of rerolls from those. And I'm pretty sure there's a limit. You can only do 12 of these challenges a day because it used to be more OP, and people used to macro it, and then they'd get a lot of rerolls, and people didn't like it or whatever. So I guess they changed it. Obviously, redeem codes. I don't know what the current codes are, but if you're decent enough, you can redeem codes and you'll get rerolls from those. So obviously redeem codes. The next thing is going to be, I mean, we can mention tournaments, but realistically, you have to place decent to get rewards. So we'll move on from tournaments. Okay, we won't talk about too much. Worldlands actually give decent 1 invincible because he's the coolest unit in the game. Obviously, come on guys. But yeah, that's probably why you want to get to floor 50. But along the way, you get 20, 35, and 45, 50 rerolls all from these floors. So just trying to get invincible, you get 50 rerolls along the way. So why would you not do Wildlands? So make sure you do your Wildlands once you are good enough. Claim your level milestones if you're new. Don't forget that this is in the game, and you can literally just claim them every time you get 5 levels. So why not? You can claim all your quests. There are some small quests that give like 1 reroll. This gives 2, for example, but they're nothing too crazy. But when you're new, they're pretty nice. Now these give gems, they don't give rerolls, I don't think. Achievements, if you are new, then you probably have a lot of achievements to complete on story. Completing new stories on Nightmare will give you 2 rerolls here and 1 reroll per. So make sure you do stories on Nightmare. And then there's the other achievements that can give you some rerolls like 5, 3, and then there'll be some rerolls here. So make sure you're doing your achievements, because if you just do Nightmare story, boom, as you can see, you get like 10 rerolls per achievement. And you can do this when completing the story for the first time if you're good enough. So make sure you're doing that. Now another great thing that is going to be boss events. Boss events reset every single week, and every single week you can get 40 rerolls, my bad, and it resets. But what I will say, if you're new, you probably don't know this. Let's say you farm 1,000 of this currency, you spend let's say 400 or whatever on this. The rest of the currency doesn't save, so just spend all the currency you can because it resets every time boss events reset. So don't save the currency thinking it'll save on or farm extra, because I thought that once, and yeah, just no, that's not how it works. The next thing I want to mention, low-key forgot, is going to be the new event, and obviously it's a very, very good time for new players to play. That's exactly why the game's on a higher player count again, because it is a event, and event means easy units to get that are very, very good, and also easy rerolls, because every single time they do an event like this, boom, you get 200 rerolls. I need to do this. I low-key made the mistake of, oh my, that was bad. But I low-key spent on the banner instead of spending on getting these rerolls because I forgot about them. But 200 rerolls right here. If you don't know, you're new, go Spring Shop and cop these rerolls, because 200 rerolls is a lot. And you could definitely get Monarch from that, because I did multiple times. So, you know, go get your Monarchs from those. Odyssey is pretty good for rerolls, but it's not beginner friendly, I don't think. So don't worry too much about Odyssey if you're not a new player. But that's probably the main ways to get rerolls. I mean, there's Rift Shop, which is a small way to get rerolls. As you can see, if you go all the way down here. Wait, here, yep. You can get 50 rerolls over there, which you'll get over time if you're really, really about it. It's a little bit annoying to do, to be honest, but you know, if you're really on that grind, then there you go. But I don't think I missed too much. Actually, no, all these raids can give you a bunch of rerolls. Raid shops here, you could get 25 rerolls, 50 rerolls, another 50 rerolls, and then dungeon shop here, you also get another 100 rerolls. So that's a lot already as well. So make sure you're clearing out those shops. I need to do that myself, but I just haven't been grinding the game recently because, you know, it's been up and down. You know, Guilty Gear and then now this update. So if you want more anime Vanguards content on the channel, subscribe and like and let me know. But if you go over here, you can also buy rerolls from the PvP shop. But if you're new, I wouldn't stress too much about it. But if you redeem a code and it gives you PvP currency, I don't know if it's still valid, then just spend on the rerolls. That's what I did when I played PvP. But yeah, those are pretty much most of the ways for rerolls. There's no real AFK farm method other than maybe challenges if you use a macro for it. But at the same time, you will get limited at some point. So it's up to you if you even bother to do all that. But yeah, I think that's most of the reroll methods. There's also enemy index and bounties. I almost forgot. Milestones, if you do them, which is a little bit annoying, you can get 20 rerolls per, which is a lot, but they are quite annoying to do. And then you got your bounties, which you could do every single day. You speak to Ocaran, boom, you got 10 of these and they'll give you like 1 reroll each. So yeah, do all of those and you could be getting a bunch of rerolls. But yeah, let's move on to the gems section. Now when it comes to gems, realistically, a lot of the ways I've already mentioned in this video, like battle pass gives you a decent amount of gems. I wouldn't buy battle pass for gems though, I'd buy it for the rerolls. So if you need gems, don't make it result, okay, well, buying battle pass for gems, buy battle pass for rerolls. Worldlands give a little bit of gems per stage, which is pretty nice. If you go on here, not too much, but not too bad, and 250 per floor, which is pretty nice. I mean, a lot of things in this game gives gems, so there's no point in me mentioning it every single way like I did for rerolls, because rerolls obviously a lot harder to get, so you want to know every single way. But for gems, you just get gems everywhere, like level milestones if you claim them. Oh wait, let me go off my mount. You go over here, boom, 5 rerolls, and you get 4.3k gems. Obviously it'll be less lower on, but you kind of get the point. There's a lot of ways to get gems, but the best ways are 3 different ways. Time chamber, these are all AFK-able things. You got time chamber, boss event, and infinite. Okay, my bad, I forgot for a second. But yeah, those are all the 3 AFK-able methods that I want to mention. So time chamber, I would say, is the best one at the moment because there's an event going on, and I'll show you exactly why. But infinite you could do for gems. The one I recommend is best if you want to get the most out of it, because if you look at here, you get food as well for infinite. So you want to farm the one that gives the best food. But the problem with these foods are they make the infinite way harder and they don't give you as much SP. 240, 220 is too low. It's not a high jump. But between this infinite and this infinite is a whole 100 XP. So you do this infinite if you are trying to get the most gems and food as possible. But if you're new to the game, maybe just AFK plan dynamic. It's a simple time task to set up. You can just go on one of my past videos, I'm not going to lie, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, because I feel like a lot of people know it, and I would say too many people need to do it as well, because we have time chamber, which is a lot better. It doesn't give more gems, but it gives spring currency, which I'll talk more about in just a moment. But I also want to mention boss events, because when I macro boss events, I'll get tons of gems, and it's why I also have a lot of gems, because what I'll do is I'll macro boss events, right? Because I want the rerolls, I want the essence or whatever, and I'll get like literally 200 to 250 gems per stage. And when you're doing these easy boss rushes, you'll be getting a lot of gems. So you can get gems plus rerolls plus essence. So I think a boss event is also very good, and I just wanted to mention it because low-key the main way I get my gems other than just by playing the game, because when you're in-game player, especially recently, you'll not be dropping too many banner units. So as long as you get a little bit lucky early on, you get your banner unit, you call it a day. But mostly new players are going to be watching this, so yeah, you can time task infinite. I mean, just do your story and things like that. But the best thing is going to be AFK chamber. Now, if you have VIP, I would say at least get VIP before doing AFK chamber. You can do it without, but obviously help. If you have premium and VIP, you get more. If you have just one, you get more. And if you have both, then you get even more. But yeah, I'd say try and get VIP or premium if you can, because not only do you get more gems, you also get more flowers. Now, this is bugged, and I'll show you exactly why. You get more than this because I have premium and VIP. But if you can see how much you get depending on what you have, but I get more than this because you get flowers and gems. And what a lot of people, including myself, do is they'll AFK overnight during the day, farm the flower currency, and just get gems along the way. It's not the best way to get gems, but you get flowers along the way, which is very nice, which kind of segues into the next part of the video. So let's move on to the next part. So I'm going to pretend like you didn't watch the last part, but if you did, then you already know what. Move on to the next thing. So one of the best ways to get flowers, which is the new currency, is chamber. A lot of people already know about it. If you don't, if you have VIP and premium, you get more. If you have VIP, you get more. Premium, you can see the multiplier. This is bugged for some reason. There's a bug going on where when you get the currency, it doesn't show until you rejoin or you leave, and sometimes it says the inaccurate amount you're getting. So I'm actually getting, I have both, so I should be getting 2.5 times. I swear it was more though. could have sworn I was getting 525 unless they nerfed it. Why have they nerfed it though? But yeah, you just AFK this, you get a bunch of flowers. You get a little bit less than farming portals, but you just AFK in the time chamber. So yeah, it's very, very easy, and it's what a lot of people did to get gold G, because ain't nobody trying to macro and farm portals all day. But if you are, then you are, and you're on that grind. But time chamber is very, very nice. So I'm going to show you guys about the multiplier, because I mentioned it in the last segment of the video, that this gives you, it technically give me more than this. I don't know why it says 375, because I'm pretty sure it gives me 525 and a little bit more gems than that as well. So if we just, I'll wait for the payout and then show you, but hopefully I'm not wrong. And because they might have nerfed it, but it's really good, so I don't know why they want to nerf it, man. So as you see, it went away, but I gained a little bit. I don't know why it's bugged here. That's what I'm saying. I said earlier it's a bug. I don't know. They'll fix it soon. But you get 525 if you have VIP and premium, because I have both. And if I go back, you'll see that, well, if it loads, any day now game. Okay, yeah, there you go. 1,960. So it gives you more. So in my opinion, the best way is always going to be just AFK chamber. It's the easiest, and it gives a good amount when you have both those things. Now, a lot of you are going to be free to play. You're not going to want VIP. You don't have it. You're not going to have premium. So realistically, the best way is going to be farm portals. Now, when you're farming portals, the most efficient things to do, there's two things to help you get more currency. Get MVP. So to get MVP rewards, you have to grind with 2 people and then add yourself on. It's 3 in total, and then you have to do the most. So you could grind with a friend that's better than you, but then just tell him, yo, like, make sure I get the most amount of damage or whatever, and then you get MVP, and then you get buff rewards. So yeah, same as last event. And then also grind with your friends, I guess. And if you're struggling to get portals, join the Discord server and join my Discord and join the AV Discord, and then try to find people to grind with, and then you can farm portals and you get more currency. But there's no specific way. I mean, what do you want me to say? Get bundles. Like, there's no crazy way that no one's talking about to get loads of the new currency or something like that. But yeah, hopefully you found this video useful. You might have not find the ending of this video so useful, but maybe, you know, you found the reroll methods or the gem methods quite useful. So hopefully you did. And if you did, please do subscribe to the channel. Like I said in the intro, hopefully I'm uploading triple today, and then back to the daily uploads because I missed yesterday. But yeah, I'll stop yapping. Subscribe, like, a comment. Watch the video in the top left hand corner because YouTube thinks you should check it out. And then see you guys in the next video.